want to tell you my favorite and least favorite things about this little smart car that I've been driving now for about 3-4 months. And I was in the shop a little bit because I got T-boned in it the first couple weeks I was driving it, which was ironic because everybody was asking me, do I feel safe in it? And so number one thing I like and don't like is that I do feel safe in it. It's actually built really sturdy, and being in that accident kind of confirmed that, and I did some research and saw it's very, very well built. On the flip side, people don't see it because it's little and people aren't looking for it, so it's kind of outside the schema of what people are looking for in traffic, and I think that's probably, well, other than perhaps the girl wasn't looking at all and just looking at her phone, if she did glance, she didn't register my little smart car because it was little. So that's both something I like and don't like. And along the same lines is the power factor. It's only got a 3-cylinder engine. It's like 70 horsepower, which is plenty for getting up to, you know, in the 80s and even 90s on a straightaway, but isn't quite enough power to like pass an RV on a mountain road, which I have suffered through a number of times. Me being a person who likes to go over high mountain passes fairly frequently. So the plus side is that it gets, you know, 50 plus miles to the gallon when I'm just cruising along on the highway, and more like 40 when I'm driving around town, which is pretty darn good. And it fits in lots of places. And on the negative side, it doesn't have real good get up and go for passing people, especially on an uphill, which can feel you know, like a lack of power, and also makes it pretty susceptible. Now it weighs like, you know, 2,000 pounds, which is the same as most cars, but I'm not sure if it's because of the compact size or the shape of it that makes it seem, well, and the wheels, pardon me, the wheels are smaller and more, yeah, it just doesn't have a lot of parts. So you feel the road. It's much more like riding a motorcycle than a car. It's very intimate with the road, which can be fun. Really bounce around and feel like you're one with the road, a lot like a motorcycle. You feel the wind of the cars next to you, even though you don't actually feel it in the cab, but you feel it. I'm a person, part of why I love to drive is that my vehicle is an extension of me. I can extend my chi out into my vehicle and feel like we are one. And this car has been, so it's more work to drive because of that intimacy. It's bumpier and it's more receptive to wind currents. And that can make it fun. It's also really easy to, like, I'm pretty sure I might be able to fit it in the back of my van. I'm going to do some measuring. I might make a video of that before I sell this baby, which, by the way, this baby is for sale for the reason that it isn't ideal for me for winter, and I'm, you know, I gotta get me some more powerful uphill wheels for ski or snowboarding season. But that's just me, and if I could afford to keep several vehicles, I would actually keep this one because it's lots of fun. And let's see, did I make any lists? No, I didn't. Let's see. Top 3 things I like about it are excellent gas mileage, fits in lots of places, and it's very simple. There's not a lot on it to go wrong. It's easy to figure out. Like, it's not a lot of fancy stuff to navigate or figure out, which I actually like after my last vehicle was a 2010 Prius with lots of bells and whistles, the leather heated seats and console and navigation system, which I do miss on some level, but on other levels I really enjoy the simplicity of this car. It's just got, you know, heat and cooler and sound system and the basic mechanics and not much else. It's quite comfy. So I still didn't do a list. Let's see. Number 1 thing I like, gas mileage. Number 2 thing I like, simplicity. Number 3 thing I like is the novelty of it. It stands out, even though sometimes that gets me like a lot of dirty looks and hate. It also gives me a lot of love. And just me personally, I love, like I mentioned, I like my vehicle being an extension of me, and so I like driving something unique, and the smart car does feel like it's kind of unique, and it gets some attention, gets some, it's a conversation starter in many cases. Top 3 things that I like the least, or my least 3 favorite things are the lack of power going up over a mountain pass, the inability to be like recognized or seen. There's kind of an element of disrespect that this car gets out on the road, which is sometimes a bummer. And the oil change costs like $106 because of the synthetic oil. I suppose it's not a big deal, and I was happy to pay, and it was worth it. But at the same time, I'm going to list that as my number 3 least favorite thing about this smart car after driving it for a few months. So let me know if you have any questions or comments, anything to add. If you're driving a smart car and you want to let us know what your favorite and least favorite things are about them, I do recommend it. I'm not trying to diss on it. I'm actually really grateful to be driving it, and I think it's a really well-built machine, and my mom has had it for 10 years before she gave it to me, and she took really good care of it. So I'm grateful for that, and it seems like it'd be fairly easy to work on. It's, it's small. You can probably fit it in the back of your pickup truck or your van. Like I said, I'm going to be trying that out. I'm on my way to band practice, and I can fit my guitar, my snowboards, plenty of stuff in here with it. I think of it like a deluxe motorcycle, and then it makes me happier than if I think of it like a car. But it is a car, smart car. It's made by Mercedes, if I'm not mistaken. Anyhow, if you want to find other ways of connecting with me or supporting me, you can find links to some of those ways in the description. And as always, I wish you love, laughter. Ooh, it is a beautiful sunset. Lightheartedness. Don't forget to play every day. See if I can whip this out and show you some of that sunset. It's a nice classic New Mexican sky. There you go. Ciao for now.